Hello and welcome back. I'm Shelf Unit and this is my continuing Let's Play of Civilization 2. Well, this is the second time I've recorded this today because the last time it appears that I completely forgot to switch on the recording. Luckily, I had another save from my previous, so we shall see how this goes. So, I'm going to continue exploring all the blackened out areas. I'm going to take down this area here, which has been the Russians they've just attacked me. And I'm going to carry on building up this area down here. And of course, researching and what have you. So without further ado, we shall carry on exploration. And I'm going to deposit in here because I know for a fact there is stuff in here to find, having discovered it in the last episode. And Liverpool's got that. I'm going to disband you to build this quicker. And I'm going to sleep you because you don't need anything. I'm going to irrigate here, go down and build roads around there. I'm going to carry on building roads all along this area. Ooh, I believe I was going to, once Hastings is finished building, I'm going to build a barracks in there, and then I'm going to build the tanks which to attack Russians. Yeah. What's this? Ah, it's the Zulus. Yeah, I'm gonna. Ooh. Terms of acceptable. Okay, I'm gonna suggest a permanent peace treaty. Boom. Okay. Carry on exploring over the top here. Aztecs have got conscription. Yep, the Germans landed near Liverpool. We should talk to them. No, you're not ready. Well, we will accept peace. Our tribute. Now they're off. And they've got 47 units. Not too much gold. They're in a democracy and they're researching railroad. Hastings has got mass transit. I'm going to build a barracks, which will take 2 turns. Pollution near London, but that's going to change soon because we've got the Hoover Dam coming. But I am going to activate you and get rid of it nonetheless. My tax rate is pretty bad, so I'm going to shift you up to there. So I'm only losing 15 a turn. And then we're going to carry on building roads. That's already got roads. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to terraform with the O here, and I'm going to irrigate down here. And I'm going to mine up there. So I am going to deposit my ship there and wait for my cavalry to come across. They develop magnetism. We've now got advanced flight. During World War II and in the years that followed, great leaps were made in the field of aviation. The military demands of the war necessitated the development of aircraft designed for long-range bombing and for the transportation of troops and equipment. Although advances in aviation were made all over the world during this time, the Germans were particularly adept in the development of advanced flight technologies. In 1944, they developed the V-2 buzz bomb, the first truly guided missile, capable of delivering 2,000 pounds of explosives to targets nearly 200 miles away. The Germans also developed the Me-262, the first guided jet fighter plane, which was first used in 1945. Although both the V-2 and the Me-262 came too late to affect the outcome of World War II, both of these advances paved the way for the advanced flight technology of today. Now, I'm going to go for Labour Union here to get better defensive troops, although I won't be needing those for quite a while. Let's just carry on exploring. And we are going to carry on with the various buildings here. Germans have developed railroad, barracks and Hastings, which means we can now build armor there. Let's build roads and what have yous all here. Go down and irrigate. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to sleep them there for any case any more pollution occurs. And we are going, horde of barbarians. Fire! Oops, all these things are okay. The Chinese are undertaking a great project. Now everyone's building a university, so I'm going to change to building a bank there because, well, we need the money, frankly. Odessa's built a coastal fortress. What do I need from Odessa? Honestly, I think I need engineers. Canterbury's now massively increased its production, so I'm going to have to build mass transit to get rid of all the pollution. Same with Edo. London has built Hoover Dam. I am going to change that. I'm going to change it straight to SETI. And then I'm going to carry on exploring the top here. And I'm going to go down. Okay, that's there. What am I going to do? Go down and irrigate that. And go down and irrigate this. And irrigate this. Goodness me, the Sioux are absolutely determined on getting their people back. Thankfully, the barbarians have moved over to attack the Aztecs. The castle's built a bit. And I think I'm going to build engineers there now. Warwick's built an offshore platform. There's no pollution, so I can quite happily build a factory there now. I'm going to irrigate down there. I'm going to build a road here. And now I'm going to go up. I'm going to build roads there. I'm going to keep going across. Dear, dear. They're putting elephants against riflemen. This is embarrassing. Odessa has engineers now, so I'm going to change that. There's no pollution, but there's no bank either, so I'm going to get a bank in there. Minsk has got... There's no pollution there either. So Minsk, I'm going to build a barracks, and then I'm going to build a unit of, what are they called? Tanks, or mobile infantry. London's got more pollution. That's not a problem because I've got this guy waiting to clear that up. And I'm going to build a road there. And I'm going to build another road there, and everybody's going to be having roads built now. Odessa's guy, so engineer can come out and build roads there, and irrigation here. And let's see if we can discover more things. Aztecs have industrialization now. That's because that. What do I need? No pollution there, but not much of anything else either. I think we're going to have to build engineers there as well. And we've now discovered Labour Union, which gives us mech infantry the best defensive unit in the game. Labour unions arose in the 18th and 19th century in response to the poor working conditions brought on by an intense competition for jobs, and the increasing dependence of the working class on their employers created by the move towards industrialization. Early labour unions, formed by skilled labourers in specific fields, met with opposition from both employers and the government. In the 19th century, laws were passed legalizing trade unions. By the 20th century, unions were formed in semi- or unskilled fields, such as mining, transportation, and dock working, binding their interests together and bargaining collectively. Trade unions forced factory and business owners to provide better working conditions and economic status for their workers. I'm going to go for combined arms now, I think. Okay, let's close that. Minsk has built a barracks and is going to build a couple of army units. One to go up, one to go down. For another horde of barbarians. I'm going to sleep that over here. Road down here. I'm going to irrigate there and build some more roads there. Germans have now got industrialization, which is not so good. Novgorod's built a bank. What can I build there that's going to help me? What have I got? I've got lots of tax, so I'll build a stock exchange there. We want sewer systems. I will just road you there and irrigate you here. And I'll just pop an irrigation down there because I can, and more roads. And I'm going to sleep that. Build a road there. I'm going to sleep you again. And I'm just going to go across the top there and come double back on myself. Okay, they've got tactics. They're getting too much stuff, which is annoying. Too quickly. Build a library there so I can take advantage of the science production around. I'll take them down because they're annoying me. Newcastle. Now going to get a lot of upgrades. Okay, this needs to be terraformed. I can irrigate there. And I'm going to road there still. So the first one I'm going to do is send these tanks down here. Because they're holding their own up there. Canterbury's now got mass transit. I'm going to build a bank there because, again, money. Going to need to build an awful lot of money stuff very quickly. So that's there. I missed that I'd just built that guy, so I'm going to have to build city walls here. In the easy level, you don't lose anything for switching between different types, so city improvements, military units, wonders. You can switch in the easiest level between them without losing anything. Above the easiest level, you lose 50% of the production that you'd already spent. So if I change from city walls from these guys to city walls, I would lose 1.5 shields, so probably rounding up, so I'd lose 2. Which is a problem for when you need to switch things, but such is life. I have to fortify them. Discovering all sorts of fun new islands. This place is kind of surrounded, but their troops are easy to defeat. Yakshets builds engineers. They've now got hunger, so I'm going to need to irrigate around there. And what have we got? What can we build that's useful? I'm going to build a manufacturing plant because it's going to take a long time. Edo's now got no pollution. Because of that, I'm going to build a university. Moscow's got no pollution and a manufacturing plant. I'm going to build a bank there, get some more money. And we're going to have to change our tax rate. So that should do it for the time being. A few turns of that, and we'll be back heavily in the hundreds again. Interesting. Hastings builds its second unit there. Build a manufacturing plant now. And I'm going to send this whole unit over there. I'm going to build a road there. Going to terraform that again, and we are going to irrigate around Minsk again. Let's carry on building roads, and this one now I can change from building those to building a bank. Okay, the barbarians are attacking the Russians there, and the Russians are attacking me there. Odessa has a bank. What can I build there? I'm going to build a manufacturing plant just because I can. York's built its manufacturing plant. Is it in the bank? Is not. Or anything else. It's got roads though, so I'm going to build super highways. Gives me extra trade. We've discovered combined arms. Advanced flight technology combined with the principles of amphibious warfare and mobile warfare represent potential for devastating attack force. Combined air, sea and ground assaults played a vital role in World War II. The Allied invasion of Normandy in June 1944 represented such an attack. Bombers and fighters were deployed over the target area to claim the skies, whilst naval vessels sat off the coast and bombarded the beachhead. Transports then landed troops and equipment on the beach to begin the ground assault. Modern advances make today's combined assaults even more effective. Naval vessels, stealth aircraft equipped with cruise missiles and smart bombs soften enemy resistance before a ground assault. Helicopters drop and retrieve soldiers behind enemy lines in places not accessible to fixed-wing aircraft. Powerful armored tanks such as the U-1 quickly deployed moving at speed of up to 60 miles per hour. Finally, the combined assault is coordinated through a network of sophisticated communication types. More precise deployment of forces. Paratroopers. I'm going to go for rocketry now because I want to get into the space flight. Okay. Building roads now. Next turn I'll be making land there. Just going to be exploring all these places. And I'm covering Novigrad's built a stock exchange, giving me huge amounts of tax. And now I can go along and build the manufacturing plant there. Kiev's built a manufacturing plant, which means I can now go and build a bank there. Let's continue to go around and improve these areas. Ha! City. Now I'm going to head back. Now we're going to take down Riga. Captured Riga. And I shall be building those. Germans now have explosives. They're catching me up. Let's build roads down to Minsk. And roads across here and roads up here. Russians, no, I'll give her an audience. Cowards will fight to the bitter end. Reject offer. Okay, we've destroyed that city. So I'm going to fortify in there, and I'm going down and attacking Vladivostok. I'm going to charge away. This is now built the manufacturing plant I wanted. Bank there. Canterbury's now built a bank, which means I get to build a stock exchange there, I think, now. Take advantage of that. Same with Minsk. Just going to take advantage of this. They have a stock exchange. They do. build super highways to improve the trades there. Moscow builds a bank, and I'm going to build, again, I feel, a stock exchange there. All to improve my monies. And I feel that we can go down here. Take down the units there. Communications library. So now I'm going to build a marketplace there. Hedo's got the manufacturing plant up and running. Doesn't have a university or a bank though. Let's continue to, can't do that. I'm going to irrigate there because I want to. I'm going to carry on building roads around the place and just sleep my ship there. And take down that. Take down Vladivostok next. With the granary. Oh, got 100 gold, that helps no end. Coventry's now got a lot more going for it with the offshore platform. And I think it can have a bank as well. And we can carry on discovering more islands. And we'll get Newcastle increased, and we will continue on building down here. I should fortify them there. Edo's finally built its university. Do I have a bank? I do not. I can get a bank in Edo now. Kiev's built its bank. So I'll go straight onto the stock exchange there. York's built superhighways. Bring more trade. And I think for the time being, I'm going to switch to capitalization in York, which gives me a huge amount more. It adds all my, when you switch to capitalization, all your production switches to tax. And so that, and I discovered Rocketry, which gives me the missile battery, the surface-to-air, Aegis cruiser, cruise missiles, and the potential for a nuclear missile. Rockets are projectiles that are propelled by the expulsion of gases generated in a combustion chamber. The first solid fuel rockets invented by the Chinese in the 13th century used a mixture similar to gunpowder for fuel. Although rockets were used in warfare, set fire to buildings and the sails of ships for nearly 500 years, it wasn't until the early 19th century that the first crude explosive rockets were used in battle. Research and design efforts by scientists such as Robert Goddard in the 20th century refined rocket design to produce faster, better controlled rockets. During World War II, this new technology was used to create the German V-2 buzz bomb. Excuse me. First true guided missile. Scientific developments since World War II have been applied to adapt the rocket for use in even more powerful and accurate weapons with incredible range. The rocket is also used in peaceful applications such as the launch of satellites and the exploration of space. And now I want to go into space. So I'm going to fortify them there, and I'm going to carry on to here. Minsk was Minsk. Just fantastic. Carry on. Yeah. I'm going to explore these little islands around there. Germans have now got the corporation. The Germans are beginning to catch me up big time. I'm not going to go to war with them yet, although I might need to soon. It's another 100 gold. That helps immensely. Let's carry on building roads. and terraforming. Doing some more irrigation. Minsk now has a stock exchange, which should help even more with the money. And I'm going to go. I'm going to go superhighways, even though I'm not going to have much in the way of those around at the minute for Minsk. But I've got my engineers around the area building the roads as quickly as they can. Moscow's now got a stock exchange as well, so I'm going to do the same with Moscow, even though I don't have quite as many guys around there. Nearly along here now. Let's irrigate there and road there. And road you. At least he's now got a bank. Which I'm going to upgrade to a stock exchange. Canterbury now has a stock exchange, which I'm going to upgrade to. Oh, I'm going to put a manufacturing plant on because I haven't. Continue there, even though London now has pollution in place. I'm just going to get this guy over there and come back. There. Okay. It's almost. Let's activate you and bring you around to this side so that my horsey can get to you once it's done. No, I'm not going to talk to you, I'm afraid. You attacked me and you signed your own death warrants. Now, do I have this square here? I do have that square there, and it's being used. So let's carry on building. Okay, let's kill the Russians. Going this way. Newcastle's got a marketplace now and is producing a huge amount of stuff there. Offshore platform will eventually bring in an awful lot of resources. Novograd has its manufacturing plant. I'm going to go superhighways there. Nottingham now has superhighways. And after that, I'm going to do mass transit, even though it only has a couple of pollution, because I just don't want to run the risk of having too much pollution going around. Edo's got a bank running up now. I'm going to switch that up again to a stock exchange. Even more cash. Kyoto has the university. I think Kyoto, however, needs engineers now. Let's take Smolensk. Irrigate down there and terraform here. Going to build more roads. And irrigate around there and sleep down here. Take this direction to give me the extra movement. And I'm just going to clear up some space there. Knights against tanks is not going to work. They have now overtaken me in their technology leap. They've now got genetic engineering. I do not have that. Liverpool has city walls. What do we have in Liverpool? We've only got a surplus of one, so I'm going to get a harbour. And there, Warwick now has a factory, which is good because it's got huge amounts of production, but I want to have a bank in there now. banking plant. What do I want in there? I'm going to go superhighways in there because I've got no pollution and loads of roads. Kiev's now got a stock exchange, which is actually costing us a bit. And we've got lots of roads, so I'm going to do superhighways there too. We've now got space flight. Utilizing the now well-developed science of rocketry, the modern exploration of space began in October 1957. The Soviet Union launched Sputnik 1. This tiny satellite orbited the Earth for 57 days, providing information on radiation and other phenomena in the upper atmosphere. In less than a year, the United States had also launched a satellite, Explorer 1. This started the space race, years of competition between the US and USSR to achieve new frontiers in space exploration. Spaceflight advanced rapidly from the simple suborbital flights of the 1950s, which we are now 100 years ahead of, to manned missions to Earth's moon in the late 1960s. This rapid growth of space technology led to many practical applications, such as weather and surveillance satellites, and vastly improved worldwide communications. Today, although hindered by severe government budget cuts, the exploration of space continues. Plans in the near future call for continued orbital exploration via the Space Shuttle program and the eventual construction of the multinational manned space station Freedom in the early 21st century. I honestly can't remember if that's gone up or not, or whether that's just the International Space Station by another name. Anyway, what we now need, I'm going to catch up to the Germans and do genetic engineering. Now we've got Sverdlovsk. Oh, they've got city walls. Interesting. Straight away, though, I'm going to build mechanized infantry. Fortify myself in there. Oh, excellent. Now, however, I can activate them. Nope, not going to talk to you anymore. And I now have Sebastopol. Nope, not going to talk to you, I'm afraid. Aztecs now have communism and they've taken the United Nations, or undertaken it. Coventry has a bank, which I want to improve to a stock exchange. Nottingham has pollution. Coyote builds engineers. I'm going to change those to a bank. Let's have a look here. Let's activate you and get you on the job. What is London doing? The SETI program still. Interesting. I'd hope that it would be a little bit less time taken than that. Okay, time is getting on though, and I'm going to have to call this episode here. So we've done quite a bit in terms of improving the area around here. We shall carry on doing that next turn. We shall finish off expelling the Russians from this island, or this sort of outspur. I know the Russians are still here. But we now control these three cities and this one. We've got a lot of technological advancements, although the Germans are catching up. We are still better because we have the automobile and a few more advances. I get the feeling that the Chinese are also in the industrial age, as I believe are the Aztecs and the Sioux. So whilst we still have big advantage over our negative opponents, that gap is closing. My cities are primarily ones that I have captured, as opposed to ones that I have In fact, the only ones that I've really ceded myself are the 7 here and the ones I've discovered Oop North and elsewhere. The Zimbabweans they're nothing. They're backwards. Zimbabweans? Yeah, that's Zimbabwe. Zulus, I believe, is the civilization that city falls under. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. If not, do not worry about it. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Goodbye.